The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day everybody, welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Hope you've had a good last 24 hours or so, and I hope it continues to be good. The market's well, there's a little bit still going on, and some surprising places that we see the move come from. The major move today has been actually in the last 24 hours, Stellar Lumens, which is great. It's been lagging quite some time, and now it really has put its foot down. We're up 7.7%, and that uptrend's looking really, really nice. What I do like about this insanely is the 2 hour and the 4 hour, both really, really nice trending charts right there. Looks really fantastic, as a matter of fact. So keeping a very close eye on that throughout the day. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is, we see some positivity coming back into the markets, and we've got this wonderful saying called FOMO. And I just want to know, have you been sucked into FOMO? Because it can happen. As a matter of fact, it happens a lot. This was what sort of drew and pushed the ICO boom for quite some time, which was the fear of missing out. Now, we've seen the market have a nice move. Okay, we have seen Bitcoin go back into an uptrend, and some people might be feeling a little bit like they've missed the boat. Now, a couple of things to consider here, and the reason why some people feel like they might have missed the boat is that, yes, you could have been buying Bitcoin at 3,400, and yes, you could have been buying it at 32.25. And then the week before last, we saw that candle shoot up, that big green candle, where some people would have thought, oh, it's just going to fall back, it's going to fall back. And I commentated all the way through that, looking at how it pulled back and what it was doing, and walking you through the fact that it had held fairly well over that weekend, and then through the early parts all the way into the end of the week, it held, and it started to look a lot more bullish. Now, it wasn't confirmed until it broke the high of 3,800, but it did, and it did it with gusto. Now, with that in mind, I do know that I am very familiar with a lot of people that feel like maybe they have got in late. Now, in the bigger scheme of things, if you are a believer in this space, then certainly you are not getting in late any time around here, in my opinion. Okay, so what do you do when you feel that need that you might have missed out, that bit of FOMO creeping in? Well, it's really important to be aware that it's happened. I think that's the most important thing to understand, is that once you have had that occur, once you have that feeling, you need to recognize that. That's the first step. Recognize the FOMO is there. Okay. Then what you've got to work with is your experience. And now, for some of you that don't have a great deal of experience, it's going to be a little bit more, closing your eyes and feeling around the room in the dark. You can still get around the room, but it's a little bit more difficult, and you might bang your shin on the bed or something, right? So you've got to go and have a look at those charts. You've got to go and have a look at the market. You've got to think, if you're not a chart person, you've got to start to think about what you think the market's going to do. Why are you getting into this space? What is the long-term perspective that you have? What research can you do? What education can you get to get better and more equipped with a skill set that allows you to make the right decisions more often than not? And that's what's really, really important. The first thing is just stop. When you get that feeling, just stop. What am I doing here? Is it a very good time to just run and jump straight in and hit the buy button? Frequently, no. And I'll say 100% of the time it's not, because even though you might just run and jump in 2 feet first, doing a big bomb dive into the pool, and it might go well, and the price might go up, and you might go, that was lucky. It's still not going to be a good lesson. Okay, it's still not going to be a good process for you to move forward and really develop yourself as an investor or a trader, depending on how you got back in and why you got back in. It's always best to come in, measure, have a look at what's going on, get some perspective. Even if you don't know how to read a chart, have a look at the history, have a look at what it's been doing, and start to make an assessment based on that. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing on Bitcoin here is, obviously we saw that big push up Friday 2 weeks ago, shot straight up, and then for the whole week it went sideways until I think it was the Sunday where we did see the buying come back in. Now, the run up this time, it's actually been bigger than what it was last time. A good $400 move to the high, whereas last time we went about close to 400, but 350 roughly. Now, will we see this continue to the upside? Or will we see this go through a long period of consolidation? Now, it's far too early for me to say right now because we're still hovering around, toying with and flicking around that $4,000 mark. I'd love to see today's candle, the daily candle, close above 4,000. Yesterday's close was at, where are we? 3,978 with a high of 4,021. Today's high is 4,083, and we've got to wait and see how that close goes. Now, for me, if it does close above 4,000, look, it doesn't really mean all that much. It would just be a little like a micro tiny thing that would be good for the market. So this is about your FOMO, guys. If you're feeling it coming, take a step back, take a breath, and have a good think about things. If we can help, guys, and if you want to learn more, go and get something for free. tradercobb.com/free tools. You have a good day. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.